Get it done.
13,000
Okay,
to
good
20,000.
deal.
We won Town of the Year.
Gee,
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
that St. Louis Visits Journal.
We're live, guys. We're live.
Morning, how are you?
Gina gets up here, we'll have the roll call.
Hi, Elby. How are you?
Morning, LB.
Good morning.
All right, Gina, you're here. This is the Washington Area Transportation Committee. It is Monday, September 29th, 2025. Roll call.
Miller,
Here.
Wendell Eckelkamp, Jordan Delaveres.
Here.
Ray Frankenberg,
Here.
Bob Engelman.
Here.
Bill Stratman.
Here.
Oh, you're here. Mayor Hagedorn,
Here.
Joe Holtmeyer.
Here.
Sandy Lucy,
Here.
Abby Eckelkamp.
Here.
Steve Selentrope,
Here.
Kurt Understall.
Here.
Mark Wessels. Jeff Niemeyer, Charles Stankovic. Darren Lamb.
Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Good morning to all. Good day in Washington. Remind me if you can't hear me well.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I don't pay attention. First item is always the approval of the minutes, and Gina, thank you for putting this all together like you have. If anybody has any suggestions, changes, deletions, or whatever, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to
So
approve
moved.
them. I have a motion to approve and a second.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, thank you very much. Amtrak.
We did have a meeting on August 28th of the Moorpack Group. It was nice to sit down and get some updates from them. They announced that they did complete a great fiscal year. They were up 4.2% across the board in ridership and 9% in revenue. We've had, I think I announced last time that we're having some trouble getting on and off data of passengers, where they're getting on, where they're getting off, and they had some changeover in software, but they were able to get those, not at that meeting, but I think last week sometime they finally sent those out throughout the course of the last fiscal year. And they back up that ridership and revenue data of them having a really good fiscal year. They had some known difficulties in on-time performance in June and July. It was nice to hear collaboration between both Amtrak and United Pacific and MoDOT on those issues. One of the major problems, they had a car derailment, the good kind, I guess. They had a train car that had slipped slightly off the tracks, traveled down those tracks for a long period of time, but in that process damaged about 6 miles worth of railroad ties. So they had kind of unexpected repair work to do that they normally plan far in advance to replace a lot of those ties. And so they've been kind of buttoning those up, but they still have kind of future work to do on those as well, which will lead to some more on-time performance, but they're working together to get that great. So June and July were actually tough months. They missed a number of trains. They were not on time a lot, but they have already showed, so they showed August data that was already going much better, and they were working together to get that stuff back on track. Talked a little bit about marketing. They did finally announce officially that they were going to do the third round trip this coming fiscal year for the World Cup. So that should occur in June and July of 26. So during that quarter, they think they're going to add that round trip in. There's no announcement yet on the schedule of when that's going to be or what that's going to look like, but that is on the books and should help improve ridership during that time. And we're expecting a big influx in tourism from outside the area for those. And they're working on marketing all of the towns along that river runner as places to stay and for them to use Amtrak to get to and fro those events. Lots of positive stuff coming back about their new mascot. Ollie is the Amtrak River Runner Otter. He was at the State Fair. He's been at a number of events, and people really seem to like him quite a bit. they're thinking about making little plush toys to have available in the cars on the train. So we can, here in Washington and anywhere actually along the route, kind of schedule things for Ali to make appearances. So it's been pretty good. I believe he was at our fair, if I'm not mistaken, also came to visit. They're working on renewing their bicycle pilot plan. It's been a big deal here in Washington. I know that they've been trying to increase the availability of bikes on the train. They think that could really impact ridership. All along Katy Trail, people are asking Amtrak all the time, can I bring a group of people? Can I bring my bikes on? And they kind of started a pilot program with that and kind of had to shut it down pretty quickly because of staffing issues, because of storage issues, and they're working on rolling that out again in this upcoming fiscal year. And another big marketing piece, they're renewing for 2026 their economic impact study. They did that 2 years ago. It was a very useful tool in going to all the state representatives and saying, hey, this is even outside, if you're not on the River Runner route, these are economic data indicators that prove the value of Amtrak in our state. And those impact studies are technically based on 2024 numbers, but a number of those things that have come through since they did that the first time, much larger numbers about, obviously cash spent in all those areas, people coming. That economic impact study looks to be yet again another big positive tool on making sure that the River Runner continues and kind of can try to expand. I did get the official on-off data. I think those came through last week, so I can send those out to the group. Maybe I can get them to Gina and we can look at those again. But it's always interesting to look at to see the actual number of riders and where they're coming on and off when they arrive here in Washington, what station they came from, how many there are. So I can pass those along to the group. I'll send them out in email.
Yeah.
That's all I have for now, unless you guys have any questions.
Any questions for Craig? Great job being our representative with the railroad. That's very important to be there and be active. Thank you for all your time that you've spent doing that. Missouri River Bridge access flood mitigation.
The update is we have a draft final report that came in late Friday. So I haven't had a chance to really dive into it to give you guys an update, but we have a draft of their findings and the results. So by the next meeting, we'll be able to provide more updates.
That's great. That's a
Yeah.
big step.
Good deal.
If nothing else, it's a step. Small step, whatever, but
Right.
it's had to be done before it can even progress. So, yeah, and it's on this high priority unfunded list. That's important too. So, let us know when you're ready to disclose it and whatever. So,
Yep, that should be able to give you guys that by the next meeting. So
very good. Thanks, Charlie.
awesome.
Highway 47 corridor. There, we got that. Franklin County Transportation Committee. You guys? That's okay.
Yeah, we haven't had a meeting at Franklin County since the last one, so I don't really have much an update. That should be good.
Jim?
The next Franklin County Transportation Committee meeting is October 16th at 9 a.m. At the Franklin County Administration Building in the council chambers.
Right. Jim, you want to give a report on Old Highway 100? Probably be a good time to do it. That's
What's down the
the item
line?
of what's been done since the last meeting. I mean, we were.
It's on 7.
It's on 7? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, well, jump ahead, whatever. Whichever you want to do. We can go by we'll go by the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
50/50 MoDOT grants. Oldenburg interests. Yeah, there we go. We'll get back to the agenda here.
That project is completed now. We had our final inspection last week with MoDOT, so we'll probably take that one off the agenda, so it's complete.
Striping and everything has been done? and-
Striping, high friction
Phones are gone.
surface, the guardrail finally got in, that was the last piece of it, so.
Fantastic.
Everything's done, so.
Very good. Very good.
And then the next project, Highway 47 Jordan, I don't know if you want to speak on that.
Yeah, so with 47, we are actually moving into our next public meeting. So that is going to be October 9th. That is a Thursday. That is going to be from 3:30 to 6 at the Union Community Center. So that's the same place as the last time we had a public meeting. And so it's a great place and venue. We've got a lot of materials, a lot of things that for those who were at the third community advisory group meeting, a lot of stuff from that we'll be showing and kind of condensing into a much easier way to convey to the public, because we don't have, of course, 2 to 3 hours to be able to sit with the public, and they don't want to sit there for that long either. So trying to get everybody moving to show everybody all of the materials that we have, from, of course, taking a look at the whole corridor, from examining everybody's comments and concerns, and, of course, the hard work that we appreciate the community advisory group putting into this study. So that's the next step, is that we are going to have this public meeting for everybody to see everything. And that's the next step, is that we want those comments, as that goes right into how we look at deciding how we deliver the project. So the project delivery determination is going to be determined after this public meeting, but this is a very big and giant step forward as we get to fiscal year 28, that we do have the funds allocated for construction on 47.
And one more time, what was that date?
October 9th, Thursday, October 9th, 3:30 to 6, Union Community Center.
Awesome.
You're done?
Yep.
Right. Next item on the agenda. Warren County. Joe?
Warren County. Right now, Interstate 70 is the big issue going on in Warren County. Have meetings weekly with Missouri Highway Patrol and MoDOT. They really upscaled their presence out there in the last several weeks. We had multiple accidents out there, but that's our main project right now. And also on our tier 1, we have the Dutzel issue on our tier 1 as far as trying to raise that in the Dutzel area, just to let you know. But that's where we're at. Questions?
Yeah, that's, I came through there several times in the last month, but that double clover leaf thing, and it changes every time you go.
Oh, 70 changes daily.
Daily. whatever.
Daily, absolutely.
It's chaotic, that is a good word for it.
There's about 80,000 cars a day that goes back and forth.
It's just amazing, it's just.
Couple more years.
You really gotta have your eyes open and watching what you're gonna do and plan,
Oh,
because,
absolutely, absolutely.
everybody's going the speed limit. in
Yeah,
many
stay off 70 if you can, through there
Yeah, really.
on that. Thanks, guys.
All right. Special Road District, Washington Special Road District, we don't have anybody that comes to.
We do, but he's not here today.
Oh, he's not here today.
Yep.
All right.
What's his name?
Wendell. We have somebody, what's,
We missed him last time, too. Okay, the Highway 100 bridge, the old Highway 100 closure. By the way, Jim, that's a hell of a job.
Thank you. I'll report on the old Highway 100 closure, and Jordan can report on the old highway bridge. We finished construction, opened it to traffic, fully paved and striped on September 10th, about 3 weeks ahead of schedule. We are continuing to work there, stabilizing the slide area. That will continue for about another 2 weeks. That will be dressed completely with engineering fabric and stone. So it will be contained and monitored. We will set benchmarks and then continually check elevations, make sure that the slide has stopped. So it seemed like it was well received by everyone, the school district especially, the ambulance and fire districts were all very happy that we opened it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where we're at. We got out of everybody's way.
You know, you came into this meeting and you said you would have it done by the end of September.
Yes.
We beat that deadline substantially, cut it in half almost. Fantastic.
Things just fell into place. As you well know, a lot of times things don't fall into place, and that's why people set deadlines. But this, it seemed like everything just fell right into place. Whether it was the weather, disposing of materials, bringing materials in, crew availabilities, striper availabilities, everything just clicked on it.
Very good, very good. Again,
We were happy, and so was, it seems like everybody in the public.
Thank you.
I'll turn it over to Jordan for
Thanks,
the
Jim.
bridge report.
Yeah, we appreciate, of course, Jim sharing everything with us as it incorporates right into the bridge as the realignment. You know, that was one thing that we wanted to make sure that if we needed to adjust, of course, the bridge based off of that, we would. But from what I'm hearing, Jim did such a fantastic job that I don't know if we'd need to. We might be able to replace the bridge just as it is in kind. So that's one thing that we're just moving forward with all of course, the engineering and the plans. I believe a bunch of surveying was out there. They did find it easy, of course, when the road was closed to do the surveying, but so now we might have to have some traffic control out for those surveyors, but that's a good problem to have at this point, so.
Jim, were you able to recycle then most of the stuff that you're taking out of that slide?
Most everything was recycled,
That's
except for the broken concrete, but that was actually recycled into fill. So we did find a home for everything.
That's even better. That just adds to the success on that project. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Airport.
We got the runway extension project. It was at council last Monday for awarding the contract and everything officially, so everything's signed. We're gonna get that project started here this fall and get it wrapped up, so that's the project. And then you guys had asked for some information on how many flights we get per month, so I got some data here from the last couple months. So July, we had 315 flights, and that's just when they land, so that might be some touch and goes and stuff like that. June was 297, May was 290, so that's the last couple months, and we'll try and have those numbers to you each month. There was 22 larger jets last month on that number, so.
Ray, any comments?
No. It is nice to hear the numbers, though, and then realize that, you know, that doesn't maybe mean a lot, maybe it means a whole bunch, but these people are coming and using our airports. There are a lot of people coming out here from Spirit of St. Louis and things like that always used to train out here as well. But the larger jets, I do see them come in. Living along Front Street, you get a nice view of them coming through, so it's nice to see the businesses using the airport.
Are we selling a lot of fuel? Is there a lot?
Yeah, I didn't have the fuel numbers for you this time, but we'll bring those as well. But that's usually those larger jets that, you know, get a lot of fuel. So we'll have some numbers for you and provide those in the packet for you moving forward.
Any other questions for anybody? Hearing none, we'll move on. Team Track.
No update.
All right, East-West Parkway. In process, right? I guess.
The last 25 years.
Yes. Public transportation. Nope. All right. Half-cent sales tax.
Wait a minute, I think
Yes, sir.
Megan's here.
Check that Taylor didn't walk in behind me.
Okay, Megan.
She's always first. I don't have too much of an update. Everything's still going strong with transportation from the rural area to the city. We did the airport twice, and we've taken folks from anywhere from New Haven, Union, St. Clair, Washington, Eureka, to the Big Mercy building for medical appointments, but people are still calling and we're still scheduling, so everything is going good.
Very good.
But that's it. Yeah, the airport was a success. I know that last time I was here was the first time we went. Super easy. You could drop off a terminal like we anticipated, and there's that waiting area that you can sit in. And as long as we get the flight number when you guys come back, we can see on the board when the flight is arriving, so we can pull up to pick you guys up. So it went actually rather smooth.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited to keep going, so if you need us, call us.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, now we're on the half-cent sales tax.
The sales tax renewal committee met last week. They primarily had a kind of a impromptu meeting to kind of filter or work with some of the projects that are on the capital improvement sales tax side. There's not really been a lot of discussion on the transportation. We gave an updated presentation to the committee and earlier in September, earlier this month. Not really much more to change. They're still looking at right now the recommendation from staff at least is a 20-year term from 2030 to 2050 on that. And we just gave some updates based upon what we've been doing with MoDOT for Highway 47. But for the most part, the rest of it, all the other needs are still there. And so I think, like I said, there really hasn't been a lot of discussion on that side. I think everybody understands that the city needs that tax. And we'd like to get it out to the voters sooner rather than later. So that's all I have.
You know, we had some money on the previous sales tax issue for economic development. Anything in there for economic development this time around?
There is a little bit, yeah. We still have there's a small, I'm trying to remember how much we had. I don't know. We had a discussion. It wasn't a lot. It's usually enough that we can match community development block grants, stuff like that, if we need to. So like if we need matching funds for expansion of an industrial park to help with sewer, water, stuff like that, so.
All right, thank you. Any other business? I will,
Yes, please.
yes, Mr. Mayor.
Two things. I'd like everybody to welcome Mark Wessels to our Transportation Committee. We'll get you a name tag and a seat up here next time, buddy.
It's always crowded up here.
He's familiar with it.
I think every,
Been there, done that.
Wonder where he's gonna be.
he took Bill Miller's place, and I think Mark will be an able replacement, so. Second thing, guys, is a little bit of communication. We're doing really, really well. We're growing. You know, if I could have a short growth stump speech here to not delay everybody too much. Washington is growing. We're not exploding. There is a difference. I hear from my citizens, that's their biggest concern. Are we growing too fast? We're growing too fast. And I say, no, we're not. We're growing at about 3%, Darren, something like that. Less than that. Explosive growth is more than 5%. Wentzville has 10% growth. Warrenton, Wright City, even Forestell, they're about to explode. And I think as we grow at our 3%, maybe 5% as we get more and more businesses in our industrial park, the way we keep from exploding like that is to address our transportation infrastructure. People don't like it, waiting at stoplights. I know I don't either. Sometimes it takes too long to get from one side of town to the other. We're addressing that. And I think as long as we address our transportation, take care of our downtown area, we're going to be okay. But believe me, passing the transportation sales tax is a huge part of that. So I ask you, if somebody says we're growing too fast, say, well, then you need to support the transportation sales tax so we can continue to address our roads and not get overburdened. I don't know if any of you guys have driven on the south side of Wentzville and around D. It's ridiculous. It seems like they're putting up a subdivision every other week, and they're all feeding into these old country roads that have no shoulder. And I'm shocked that they don't have more accidents, but trying to get from point A to point B, even your home, to take your kids to school, it's a royal pain in the butt. We don't want to be that way. We want to have our roads in place to meet that growth. So if you guys would like to talk to me about it later, that's cool. I don't want to waste everybody's time this morning. I also got back from America in Bloom, and we kicked butt. And so if you would like to hear the stories of that, I'd be happy to tell you about that after the meeting also, but thank you.
Darren, you want to talk about this high priority unfunded needs list, or is it self-explanatory?
Well, Bill came to my office and showed me the list of what's reported on MoDOT's. I don't have a copy of it. Did everybody get a copy? Yes. So, I mean, obviously, this is important for us with regards to recognizing, this gets back to the transportation sales tax, and then when we sit there and start having discussions with Jordan and his team about, making improvements, specifically on Highway 100, I think it's in the tier.
2.
Help me out, 2?
2.
Yeah, tier 2. And if you look,
What page?
What page is it on?
it'd be on, it's on 19, I think. Yeah,
There we go.
it's right in the middle of the page, highlighted. It's intersection bridge, pavement improvements from Route KK to Washington Crossing. So, and again, these are unfunded at this time or whatever, but what the city, wants to go ahead and get that on the list, to make sure that MoDOT's aware of what our improvements and what we're looking at. And we just had a meeting last week about a stretch of this highway already and how we could go ahead and widen it and what the funding options were. So we're still looking at those. But this all gets back to the transportation renewal of that sales tax. We don't have those funds to go ahead and at least, at minimum, do a cost share 50/50. Well, then we're not going to be able to go ahead and see these improvements. I think MoDOT would be the first ones to tell you. It's like they're on the unfunded list right now. If we don't partner up with them, I don't know that when those improvements are going to get done. It's going to take a long time for you to see that. So that's the whole reason for the push for the renewal of the sales tax as well. But Bill brought this to my attention last week or whatever this is out on. So we went ahead and we didn't do the whole report for you. We just did the copies of the stuff that's going to be in Franklin County and what level they're at. We just wanted to go ahead and make you relevant copies of that stuff. So I don't have any other comments unless, Bill, you.
And this, the cutoff date for MoDOT, I think was the 11th of September to get into this process on this page.
It was the draft comment period, yes. It has concluded on the 11th, yes.
That's why I was able to get it, so. Yeah, it's a lot of paper, and this is throughout the state, so this is everywhere in the state of Missouri.
Yes.
But it's recognized as high priority, so that's good for
Definitely,
us.
you gotta get it here.
to make sure
and
we
get it
hit-
to the next step, so this is a stepping stone. Anyway, that's all I've got. Anything else? Anybody else have anything to bring up? Town looks nice. Great weekend, great weather. Any comments? Short meeting. Now, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hey, real quick,
Go, yeah,
update on Jefferson.
there you go.
Appreciate everyone's patience with the Jefferson Street project. They're out there today, finishing the main line, paving hopefully, and then they'll be coming back tomorrow to tie in some of the side streets. Then we got about a couple more weeks of just some loose ends, striping, stuff like that. So project's wrapping up here.
It really makes the whole street look different when you put that new curb and gutter in and fit to the widths and whatever. Are you gaining any parking area, not parking area on the street, but you're gaining width in the road?
We actually narrowed the road,
Sidewalk.
to put in the sidewalk on the west side there. So we narrowed it about 5 to 6 feet through between 8th and 12th Street. So, but the rest of it
really
kind of.
makes it really makes it clean and neat looking for wherever you guys are sitting. You're probably doing that work. I'll commend you for the job your guys are doing. Appreciate it.
Guys, that's the entrance, the other entrance. 3rd Street's the big entrance coming from the north, coming from the south, and from the east is Jefferson Street. Now after tomorrow, it's gonna look dynamite, both of them.
Yes.
That's huge. Thanks, Kurt.
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So both.
Have a motion to adjourn, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Speak up here, guys. Yes, yes, we're done here. Thank you very much.
Handle these 30-minute meetings. I got stuff to do. I said, I can handle these 30-minute meetings. I got stuff to do.
Well, have a great day.
Thanks, Sandy.
Oh, you're welcome, thank you. So, anyway, we'll work on getting this thing passed.